waterproof.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so whenever a penguin chick is young, it's going to have that kind of furry, fuzzy look to it.
Yes, because they're not actually waterproof when they first hatch. Mom and dad actually take care of them and make sure they stay nice and warm and don't get wet.
And you can kind of see she's got like a little, I said she looks like me because I got a bald spot on the back of my head. She's got one on her back. That's just because they're falling out now.
Yes, so it takes about, when they're around 70 to 90 days for them to lose all of those chick feathers. And you're going to see it happen slowly, so that's why she has that little bare patch.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, buddy, look, I know that we're talking a lot about her and you're getting a little jealous, but we're going to share the spotlight.
Welcome into News Now. I'm Ariel Onstadt. Thank you so much for streaming with me on your Sunday morning. We've got a lot of things to get to. The first one being a story we are tracking in Snellville. We're learning about a deadly shooting there, and our Lindsay Tuman has been following up on the latest. She joins us live from the Gwinnett Police Department. And Lindsay, we learned that this man didn't live in this neighborhood and his family wasn't even sure what he was doing there.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Ariel. There are so many questions surrounding this case, and that's certainly a big one for the family. Now, this all started at around 5 o'clock Saturday evening. in daylight hours, that's when Gwinnett County investigators got the initial call about a shooting to Bryant Drive over in Snellville. When officers responded to the scene there, they found a man's body outside of a vehicle on the dead end of that street. They have not officially identified that man, but the man's family tells us he's 22-year-old Brian Smith. And they tell us they all live in Loganville, including Brian Smith, and they weren't sure why he would have been in Snellville at all. Now, neighbors who heard this incident were particularly disturbed by it. They say that this is a quiet area that doesn't have much crime.
Scared because there is gunshots that keep going up somewhere over there sometimes. People practicing, I guess. But this one was right there, you know? You could hear it. And then, like, I heard something speed away.
A lot of questions about what exactly happened, though, and at this time, Gwinnett County investigators have not released any details about a potential suspect, a suspect description, or a suspect vehicle, and they also are still looking into what exactly happened that started this deadly incident. Those are questions we're also asking Gwinnett County investigators, and as soon as we have those answers, of course, we'll continue to update you. They're also asking the public if anyone has any information about what might have happened that can help lead to an arrest and some answers to these questions, to please contact Gwinnett County investigators. You can also contact Crime Stoppers if you want to remain anonymous. That's the latest out here in Gwinnett County. Ariel, back to you.
Lindsay, thank you so much for following up on this. We'll check back in with you in a little bit. Well, if you're just finishing your Easter Sunday services, or maybe you're getting up and at 'em for your Sunday morning and you're looking for something to do today, there are no shortage of festivals. The first one we're going to take you to, it's Arts-a-Palooza in Sandy Springs. Our very own Eli Jordan is out there and he's giving us a sneak peek of what to expect. Eli, it looks like you have a guest behind you.
It's Peter Cottontail coming down that bunny trail. Easter's on its way. Well, actually, Easter is here. It's also 420. And I'm out here at the Sandy Springs Arts-a-Palooza Festival, where they got like 150 artists out here, and they got an Easter egg hunt at 2 p.m., and you can find some cash in some of them eggs. And also, too, you might be able to see Peter Cottontail here hanging out, because he's hopped on down that bunny trail to come down here. And also, too, you can find some like really good art. Check it out. I found some by John Lundy here. He is an art teacher over in Dawson County, I believe. John, tell me what kind of art you got here. Tell me about the medium. Tell me what your inspirations. I think I might see some Tim Burton and also a little bit of Wes Anderson possibly.
Yes. I use mixed media, so I use paper mache, clay, wood, metal, and found objects. And I kind of like vintage carnival, circus, and kind of an old feel to it.
And tell me about how long does a piece take to make, average?
Well, I kind of multitask, so I'll do a bunch at a time, but I can do one of the bigger pieces within about a week.
So tell me, what's it like being an artist at an art festival like this?
Oh, I enjoy it. I like people coming in and smiling and enjoying the artwork, and that's rewarding to me.
And also, too, you say you're an art teacher, and that's pretty cool. I mean, why is art so important for the kids these days?
Well, everybody has to have an outlet, and growing up, I had to have art as an outlet because math and science wasn't working out for me. So I think having options as a kid to do something to express how they feel and something to give them joy is very important.
Awesome, yeah, and that's cool that you are kind of nurturing that creativity for the kids over at the high schools. So check it out, Ariel. This is really neat stuff. I like it. Like I said, it's got a Tim Burton, Wes Anderson edge to it, which I think he's cool to be compared with. And there's all sorts of different kinds of genres here. And we got some really nice, ooh, this is really nice, kind of like modern-looking type of medium here. And there's all sorts of stuff. Not everybody's opened up. It doesn't start until 11 a.m., but a lot of artists here getting prepped up. They found out Peter Cottontail was here. They wanted to meet him. And like I said, at 2 p.m., they got the Easter egg hunt. Here's some really cool wooden pots and stuff. Hello, happy Easter and happy 420. And here's some paintings. cityscapes. So yeah, it goes on until 5 p.m. But the 2 p.m. Easter egg hunt. Come down here, find some eggs, and you might be able to find some cash in some of those golden eggs they have. 30 eggs will have some cash in them. And here's some more art I like because they got the kitty cats here. Hello. I like your art. It's good. It's beautiful. I like the kitty cats. On pen. Okay, gotcha. Awesome. Happy Easter too. So we got all sorts of stuff. Here's some colorful stuff too. Oh, look at this. We got like a Bambi looking art piece here. There's all sorts of art here, Ariel. And also too, you can find some like accessories. We got some like clothing here. We got some wood stuff like cutting boards and bowls. All sorts of fun stuff. And we got some pound cake here too. Got some good baked goods. Oh yeah. And then also too, here's some like handmade lotions and balms. Rachel made. I bet you this is Rachel right here. She handmade all this stuff. Did you hand make all this?
I really did hand make all of it right here in Georgia. Been in business 11 years, all natural ingredients in all of my products, and I'm ready to see you here today at Artsapalooza.
All right, Artsapalooza here in Sandy Springs from 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. You can come down here, get what your heart desires. You can get all sorts of stuff. You can even get jewelry here, Ariel. Nice, fine jewelry here at the Sandy Springs Artsapalooza Festival. And you can also get food and some drink. And you can also get, you guys can talk. It's okay. So this is a working set, guys. Everybody's getting prepared. And these are the volunteers who put on the show. There's Randall Fox, who's the head honcho here. And then Sergey Cherub. He's been here all morning. He does these giant pieces. And these are particularly cool because these are 3D, right? 3D paint art. How long have you been doing this?
About 35 years now.
35 years with the 3D?
No, 3D probably like 10 years.
10 years with the 3D. And how's the art festival going here in Sandy Springs so far?
Very good. Actually, last people was yesterday, and they're expecting more people this afternoon. Yep.
And Ariel, these are giant pieces here too. They're very impressive. And you can put on some of these glasses. You come here, you put on these glasses right there, and then these art pieces will jump out at you. I checked it out, and it's really cool, but you can't see it through the single lens. You got to have ocular vision. So it doesn't work on the lens. It doesn't translate on TV well, but if you come down here and check it out, you can see it for yourself. But these are beautiful, huge paintings, mixed media, oil, and acrylic. And this is what the scene is right now, 11 o'clock. Everything should be wide open, and Peter Cottontail visiting everybody, and Easter egg hunt happens at 2 p.m.
I love it.
And there's going to be some music and food here, too. So I guess that's it, Ariel.
Yeah, Eli, it seems like everybody's ready to go, and they're excited, ready to show off their wares to everyone who's going to come visit today. So thanks for the look you just gave us. Maybe bring me back some pound cake, okay?
Right on. I'll get you some pound cake. We'll try and get some pound cake.
All right, I'm going to wave goodbye to the Easter Bunny. We're going to bring you guys back here. If you're streaming with us on YouTube, thanks for hanging out. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments there, and we can always ask Eli to answer them coming up in just a little bit. If you have anything else you want to ask or talk about, put it in the YouTube chat, and we'll be talking about it here as we stream along on Fox Local. So I think about this time, we need to check in with Alex Forbes and get a look at your weather forecast for this Sunday, because if you're headed out to Sandy Springs, Artsapalooza, or anywhere else, you want to know what to expect, Alex.
Yeah, that's right. And it's going to be a warm Easter here across Metro Atlanta and North Georgia. No doubt about it as we look live over the Georgia Zone Credit Union building downtown. 69 is where we stand now, so a warm up of about 5, 6, 7 degrees so far already this morning. 69 in Canton, 68 in Gainesville, 71 up in Blairsville, 67 in Athens, 70 in Eatonton, 66 in Coweta County, and 67 over in Carrollton. Yesterday, we had a high temperature of 86. That was 2 degrees shy of the record yesterday at 88. Our record today is also 88. Average is 75. So well above that. Sunrise this morning was at 7:01. Now, as we look ahead at what to expect, we've got a warm afternoon today, but some scattered showers. They're going to be in northwest Georgia tomorrow, maybe even a couple storms along with it. And then rain is going to be possible in the metro area by the time we get to Tuesday across the area. The Twins and the Braves, first pitch at 1:20 this afternoon. It is going to be a warm afternoon. There's your 84 by about 5 o'clock. So I would expect mostly to partly cloudy skies with no rain concern across the area. Elsewhere across North Georgia, looking for highs somewhere between 79, 84, 85, somewhere in there. And we will be looking for some sun to break through during the afternoon hours. For a lot of people, maybe not for everybody, but for a lot of people, that's going to be a possibility across the area. City by city, 82 in Blairsville, 85 in Covington, 84 in LaGrange, 85 in Thomaston, and 83 over in Carrollton this afternoon. You take a look at the temperatures over the next several days, and you're going to find they're not going to change all that much. We're going to be stuck in the 80s. We're going to be stuck above average pretty much for the rest of the month of April. The only speed bump on there is Tuesday. Maybe it's the inverse of a speed bump, as the high temperature of 81. That will come with a 60% chance of rain. But Ariel, I always caution people, a 60% chance of rain is a 40% chance of staying dry. So just because you're a tick over 50 does not guarantee rain. And in fact, on Tuesday, I think the bigger rain chance is going to be north of Interstate 20, but we will remain unsettled through the week ahead as a front stalls out in our neck of the woods and provides scattered showers and storms.
Alex, great to know. Thank you. You know, I haven't quite looked at it like that. 60% chance of rain, only 40% chance of staying dry.
Right.
Kind of shifts my perspective, but I'm gonna stay hopeful here. So thank you so much. We're going to be checking back in with meteorologist Alex Forbes coming up in a little bit again, so you know what to expect throughout your Sunday and the week ahead. For now, though, it is time to take a quick break. On the other side of this break, we're going to take you to Chamblee, and we're going to be letting you sample, get a sneak peek of a festival there. So we'll see you back here in just about 2 minutes. Welcome back. Thank you so much for streaming with us here on your Sunday morning. If you're looking for things to do, we've got no shortage. We are out in Chamblee taking a sneak peek at the Arts Festival before it opens. Our very own Caitlin Pratt is out there giving us a rundown, letting us know what to expect. Caitlin, good morning to you. How's it looking out there?
Hi, Ariel. Good morning to you. I'm here at the beginning of this amazing festival. This is the second year for this event here in Chamblee, and I just wanted to start here at the beginning and show you the family fun part of this. I imagine a lot of kiddos are going to be here today, and this is going to be the star of their show. That's for sure, the Jumpies. But okay, so we're here down here near City Hall in Chamblee. This is the second year that this art festival has taken place. And, you know, some festivals are detail fine art, and the organizers of this one describe it more so as fun art, all different kinds of art, all different kinds of makers here, having their stuff on display. This is the second day for this. Hi, good morning. Tell me about your stuff.
Hi, my name is Christina. I'm Bay & Bunny, and I do handmade crochet items. So this is all my stuff.
You are cute as a button with your little strawberry hat.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the show.
I think it's going to be amazing. I mean, is this your first year here? Were you here last year?
I was here last year when it was much smaller.
And your thoughts just about it expanding? I mean, obviously it was well received.
Yes, it was. To me, I think there were much more people last year, but it was because it was only one day. While today, I think the rest of the crowd is going to come in because it rained out for the second day last year.
As a maker, how important are events like this?
Very, very important, because handmade items aren't really something that I'm seeing. Everyone's buying more generic products. So I'm trying to bring handmade items back, and I know that a lot of little girls are getting into crochet, so I'm showing them out there that this is an income stream that they can definitely get into.
You are so fun. Thank you for sharing.
You're very welcome.
I'll come back and visit in a little bit. Okay. So yeah, Ariel, that's just the start of this, right? We're just starting to see some of these tents open up. As you heard, this is the second day. Not as many people, she said, as last year, because of course last year just being the one day. So the joy spread out among 2 days, which is awesome. So more than 100 makers are here, along with, you know, the food trucks, music. I saw some people setting up their speakers to get that music pumped in and get that festival atmosphere here. And what I love about Chamblee, I feel like it's such an artist community anyway. If you've ever been, there's just murals everywhere, antique shops, things like that. So it just feels like really natural for them to be hosting a festival like this, in particular an art festival for sure. And I love this area anyway, just because there's planes flying overhead from PDK, and then you have the trains going by. The MARTA station, actually the ending point all the way down this roadway. So that's what we're talking about here, Ariel. All these vendors about to be opening up at 11 o'clock. So, and the weather, by the way, perfect. Perfect for this. I forgot my sunscreen. I'm going to have to keep that in my bag from now on.
Caitlin, it looks lovely out there, and I love the look you're giving us. The vendor you spoke to was just cute as a button. I need to come get her strawberry hat. I want to buy one of those from her. That was so cute.
Adorable.
Well, it looks like we have just about 30 minutes, a little more, till things open officially. So we'll let you go chat with people, and we'll come back and check in and see how things are going once it's open. So, Caitlin, thank you so much. And thank you guys for streaming with us. If you're looking for something to do, you have no shortage on this Easter Sunday. Of course, there is the Chamblee Arts Festival, Sandy Springs Arts Festival, both a little different, both offering some really cool things. It is time for us to go ahead and take a quick break. And when we return, we're going to talk about driving safety on 420. So if you're enjoying, say, some substances, you can make sure you keep yourself and others safe on the road. We're going to get to that in just 2 minutes. Welcome back. I'm Ariel Onstad. And besides it being Easter Sunday, it is also April 20th, also known as 420. This could offer a hazard on the roads. And for that, we want to bring in AAA spokeswoman Montre Waiters to discuss the risks. Montre, so good to see you on our Sunday.
Oh, great to see you as well.
So, Montre, today is 420, right? And we were discussing a little bit about what this could mean when people are enjoying perhaps a little bit of cannabis and decide to get behind the wheel. Regardless of legality, some drivers actually do enjoy this and then start to drive, and that can present some risks for people also out on the road.
Oh, absolutely. So AAA, we did a study and we found some very alarming statistics, right? So we found that about 85% of cannabis users admit to driving the same day after consumption. So as you mentioned earlier, no matter the legality or medical prescription of cannabis as well, taking the wheel while impaired is unlawful in Georgia and extremely dangerous. So of course, our takeaway today too is to make sure that drivers are not getting behind the wheel on 420. I like to say the road requires clear heads, not a clouded mind. So it's very, very important. And to give you a statistic too as well is, according to the CDC, cannabis can slow a driver's reaction time, and affect their ability to make decisions in a split second, as well as distort their perception. So, bottom line is, it's very dangerous to drive on the road high.
I think it's that's the issue, right? At the end of the day, you're looking at if you are enjoying this or consuming it medically or otherwise, if it's slowing your reaction time, you're not able to react as quickly on the road. That's where the risk comes in. You can't drive defensively. You can't look out. Maybe you run a red light, right? These are all just things to keep in mind. And one of the things I wanted to ask is, do people actually admit to consuming cannabis and then driving on 420? Do we see an increase on 420 specifically?
Well, let's talk about this, right? So over 46% of drivers believe that they drive the same as before smoking marijuana. So thinking that, marijuana, cannabis has no effect on them at all. Almost 15% think their driving is better, and nearly 20% think their driving is much better, which in a sense is kind of like delusional, right? It's that misconception of drivers thinking that after you smoke marijuana or cannabis, knowing what we know, the effects that it has on you, right? It slows your reaction time down. It's a downer, right? And we have over, I'd say roughly half said that they consume cannabis multiple times per day and still get behind the wheel and drive. So that's a dangerous thing. And I want to bring this up as well, Ariel. April is also Distracted Driving Month, right? So during this month, we talk about distracted driving and what distracting drivers do on the road. Here in Georgia, according to Georgia Traffic Safety Facts, 55% of all motor vehicle crashes have at least one confirmed distracted driver or suspected driver. So if you take the distracted driver and add a cannabis driver on top of that, that's a dangerous situation on the road.
I love your analogy a bit ago, or when you were speaking about the idea that a lot of people think it doesn't affect them, right? It's like the same group of people who think that they can serve a tennis ball as well as Serena Williams. It's like the math is not mathing, and you might think you're unaffected, but it doesn't work like that. One of the other statistics that I saw was just how many people put weight into what the cannabis industry has to say. And so if they hear that the cannabis industry says, oh, this won't affect you while you drive, or this has less effects for driving or doing different labor, they might believe that. And maybe we shouldn't believe what the cannabis industry has to say.
Absolutely. And I would say, even with the cannabis industry, it's about partnering, right? And all of traffic safety, cannabis users, cannabis industry, all of us working together. So making sure that we also provide that research to these industries. And if we work together, and I would say most cannabis organizations, I'm sure, would encourage folks not to get behind the wheel and drive if they find themselves, high. And, again, we need to look at when we talk about the cannabis industry, this is no different than a person drinking and driving, right? It's still an impaired substance. So I think if we all work together, the cannabis industry also takes heed to the research that we put out there. I think it's all about, we all want to make sure that everyone gets home safely, right?
And it's, in your mind as a driver, right? If you're watching this, it's that kind of risk analysis where you think, hey, the one time that I do this, if this is the one time that I hurt myself or someone else, maybe it's just not worth that risk.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When I'm looking at, different ways that we try to prevent and educate people, I know you guys are doing a Crashes Hit Different campaign. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So absolutely, that's an upcoming new campaign that we have coming out because what we found is on average, someone is killed in a car crash every 12 minutes in the United States. So primarily due to 4 factors. That's impaired driving, it's the cannabis 420 day, distracted driving, which we talked about earlier, not buckling up, and speeding. So that is a campaign that is coming forward within the next month or so. And again, we wanted to kind of do a soft launch today just to bring awareness to the campaign that's coming, and also to, make sure that drivers know that, in part with this campaign, that impaired driving is really a big factor. And we want to prevent deaths on the road, and we want to prevent crashes on the road as well.
If any bit of information that you share can even save just one life, it'll all be worth it. Montre, thank you so much for joining me. Is there anything else I haven't asked you that you want to add before we have to go?
I just wanted to say, look, don't get behind the wheel and drive impaired, period, whether it's marijuana or alcohol or any other impairing substance on 420 or any other day.
Amen. We're not here to discuss the legality. We're here to discuss the safety, and we want to make sure everyone stays safe while they get behind the wheel. So, Montre, thank you so much for joining us. We are going to go ahead and take a quick break, and when we return, we'll have more content for you coming up.
Welcome to Burgers with Buck Second Helping, a look back at some of our best Burgers with Buck memories, and there are plenty to choose from. We're still taking a look back at how restaurants, and for that matter, Burgers with Buck, survived during the pandemic. Iron Hill Brewery had 2 Atlanta locations, one in Buckhead and one in Dunwoody. The Buckhead location has since closed, but we paid them a visit in December of 2020.